All right, what is up, YouTube? It's I Sleep Too Late here with another video, and today we are going to be playing some more vintage. This is the same deck that I played last time. I think it works really well. I just have not been a good pilot for it. But let's go ahead and see what we can do. So I think that what we'll do is, I don't really want to use Grim Monolith just yet. I guess I could and go Mystic Forge. That's probably correct, right? It's probably right to do that, and then we'll just cast the Mystic Forge, see if we can get something good here. Our opponent's probably on Luris, I'm assuming. Yeah, they're on Luris. So hopefully we can get some Moxen off of this Mystic Forge. If not, we can always exile the top card. Oh, it's gonna get forced anyway. That's fine. Because next turn we're gonna have Ancient Tomb. And from there, we can actually just play all our spells. I think I want to probably lead with Manifold Key. Or maybe Sensei's Top. The thing is, I don't really want Manifold Key to get countered. So when it comes to like making sure that you don't get your stuff countered, it makes the most sense to, I don't know, play the thing that you don't want countered, maybe second or third. I don't mind if Sensei's Top gets countered because I don't have the other combo piece. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. I don't think we care too much about this right now. I mean, yeah, it does hurt as far as not being able to activate our artifacts, but we still have Scrolling Crawler, and Glaring Fleshraker seems pretty good right about now. Unfortunately, we can't cast it. So let's just play the Ancient Tomb. And the reason why is because, in case if we don't get Wastelanded, we'll have, if we top deck another land, we could possibly cast the Glaring Fleshraker. And then we're just going to pass the turn here. They're going to lose 1 life, which is nice. We're going to yield to this trigger. And then we're going to just F6. Our opponent does also hurt a little bit because they can't cast anything off their Mox Jet, so they're only at 1 mana. We're at 5, but we also don't have a whole lot going on in our hand. I mean, we can't technically cast anything in our hand. So we're just going to try to win through 3-2 beats. This actually does more than just 3 damage a turn. If I can do the math correctly, I mean, they lose 1 life on their turn. And then on my turn, they lose another life because they draw a card. So this deals 5 damage for 3 mana every turn, which is insane, actually. We're going to yield to this as well. I see no reason not to do that. And then we're going to go to our draw step. Okay, City of Traders is not bad. We can do some work here. I say we attack because they only have 1 mana and they're not going to be able to Fatal Push this. And then from there we can cast a bunch of stuff here. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to cast Glaring Fleshraker. And I think we're just going to kind of go off here. Yield to this trigger. They're at 13. They're going to be at 12. We're going to be getting a bunch of mana here. Mana that we can actually use. And yeah, no, it doesn't matter if we have null rod, if we get null rodded, because this deck is pretty resilient to null rod. As you can see, we are on the aggression side of things. And they're not going to be able to cast Luris anytime soon either because they've got a null rod. So let's see here. We're going to F6. I want to say that what we'll do is, next turn they're going to go down to 9. We're not going to get them just yet. We're going to get pretty close. If we can top deck another spell, or maybe even Tezzerator, That would be nice because Tezzeret will. We can cast Tezzeret off of our Ancient Tomb and City Traders, and then we can potentially search for another artifact. Unfortunately, I think all of our 1 mana artifacts require activation spells. Um, but no, yeah, I mean they're we're definitely doing some dirty work here. I just hope that we can win game one because we've had a history of losing game one and always being behind. Something tells me that we're going to do well today. I don't want to jinx it, but okay, Orcish Bowmasters is fine because we have a bunch of stuff here that we don't really care about. Okay, they're gonna do that. That's fine. All right, so we do get a Black Lotus here, which is nice. If we can draw like another crawler, that would be great. They're gonna go down to 8. So we can Talon Gates the Orc army. Let's see what else this does. Okay, so I say we cast the Black Lotus. I don't want to wait on the Black Lotus. I think it makes sense for us to cast it. And this is just going to cause 1 damage to the opponent. It's not going to be able to target any creatures. Oh, and you know what we can do here? We can phase a creature here. So why don't we just attack? They're going to want to block here. And we're going to be able to F6, I think. Oh, I thought they were going to double block. Yeah, you know, that's fine. We can... I don't know if I want to trade just yet. I guess we can. No, I think it makes sense for us to just phase out the token. I was hoping they would double block, but I don't know why I would think that they would do that. I mean, if I had phased them out before combat, they would have taken it and they would have gone to 5. This is still okay though. I was just thinking maybe using Talon Gates as a combat trick, but I guess that didn't really work out as I wanted. All right, so they are going to be able to create some tokens here. So we're not really looking too hot. They could put Lurrus in their hand, but I think it makes more sense for them to make a token. If I can just draw another Scrolling Trawler. It depends on what I draw, honestly, for things to work out. Scrolling Trawler is good, but it's not good enough in this board state. I don't really draw cards other than off of Scrolling Trawler, so if I can just get like 1 Scrolling Trawler and be able to cast that off of this workshop, that'd be great. They wouldn't be able to get rid of the Scrolling Trawler, they'd probably ping some Eldrazi spawn. We have 3 copies in the deck, so, and 48 cards in our deck, so our chances are not looking too good from that perspective. The other thing we could do is we can grab another good hit would be Glaring Fleshraker. I just didn't want to wait on casting the Black Lotus in case they remove this Glaring Fleshraker. We'll see. I remain optimistic, but as far as board state goes, I mean, they're definitely ahead. I think if they attack me, I would probably take it. I need to use my Jolly Spawn to block the constructs. Because Orcish Bowmasters isn't really that great. In fact, if our opponent keeps Orcish Bowmasters game 2, I think I'd be happy with that. Because I don't really... It doesn't really do a whole lot for me. I mean, in this situation, it's good. Because they got to remove the scrolling trawler. But outside of that, I don't think it's necessarily a game changer. I don't think it makes their matchup better against me. Okay, so they're going to want to block with the token. Okay, Karn is really good. We can probably just grab something. I don't know why this deck doesn't play Mycosynth Lattice. But yeah, we can grab Stonecoil Serpent here. Okay, they're going to force this. That's fine. Because I still get a token, and it still deals damage to them. And I think I'm just going to pass the turn. There's no point in having... Yeah, I mean, they're going to create a token here. And the only way I'm going to be able to win is if I win with the Glaring Fleshraker at this point. Let's see what they grab off of the Saga. Then we get 2 4/4s. Yeah, it's not looking good. Because I don't think we're fast enough to get them to 0 right now. Okay, they're going to Fatal Push. That's pretty much game, I think. I mean, I see no reason not to block, not to attack with the 5/5. All right, I think I just take this. Yeah, I think we're pretty much dead here. So let's just go to game 2. All right. Let's see if we can figure out how to sideboard against them. I don't know if I mean, Dismember is a removal spell. I just don't like it because we lose so much life off of it, you know. Graftrix Cage would have done nothing against them last game, so I don't even know if it's worth playing this game. I think if I were to play something, it would probably be Relic, because that at least draws me a card. Actually, do I really want to draw a card with Orcish Bowmasters? Maybe not. Maybe I bring in 2 Grafdigger's Cages and maybe an Argentum Masticore. We did get to 5 mana pretty easily, so let's do that. And then I don't know if I like the One Ring against Orcish Bowmasters, because it sounds like they're going to keep Orcish Bowmasters. What else do I not care about? Okay, Scrawling Trawler was really good in that matchup. So was Glaring Fleshraker. I think I can probably do without a Sensei's Top. Just more things that draw cards, I think, is bad. I really think they're going to keep Orcish Bowmasters, and I'm not going to like it. Let's go. Let's move on to game 2. I'm not the best at sideboarding. Like I said, I'm still kind of learning the deck. I think I'm getting better at it though. Like I don't even think I made too many mistakes last game. I think we just got beat up because I think we just lost to Orcish Bowmasters. But I still think it's correct to keep Scrolling Trawler in this deck because it's a really good aggro piece. And if they do, you know, play Orcish Bowmasters, Argentum Masticore is going to be great against this fair deck. Yeah, my opponent is chatting with me, which is nice. I like chatting with people. I usually mute the chat, but I guess for the videos I can probably just keep it. Anyway, I'm not I'm not gonna lose sleep over vintage. The best way to play vintage on Magic Online is to play leagues because you'll get the most support. People are generally always joining queues. I did try to play without entering a league, and it's tough because people um, people are slow. People don't really join queues. It takes a long time to find opponents. This hand, I don't know if I like this hand. City of Traders is bad as your only land. But I guess I could just Tezzerator it. Alright, let's keep it. I don't like it, but it's better than nothing. Okay, let's just cast Mox. And let's go ahead and grab something here. Let's see if this gets forced. I don't really have many options here, so there's a good chance we lose, especially if this gets forced. Yeah. We can still Glaring Fleshraker. If we can draw like a Shops or like a Black Lotus or something, we could just cast Argent and Masticore pretty easily. And that would be nice. That would be really nice. I think that would be the way that we win this. Okay, they're going to Wasteland us. It's not looking good. Can we get another... Can we get something here? I guess I'll just draw a card. Okay, Grim Monolith is not ideal. But we do have 1 mana we can cast off of Dismember. Or Dismember we can cast off of 1 mana. I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm just going to keep playing Sensei's Top until I draw a land. Oh, they're going to counter this? Sure. I mean, it's not like I have much else to do. I mean, the only other choice I had in this game was to mulligan. And against Luris, we're already behind on card advantage. I don't know if that's the right decision. So let's just hope the top deck will land, I guess. Let's hold off on casting the Manifold Key. It's not like it's going to do anything for us. I'd rather cast it when we have a Glaring Fleshraker and or a Tezzerator on the field. Yeah. That's fine. I don't care too much about Orchestra Masters. We can dismember it if we need to. Although I probably think I want to dismember the Luris. Dismember the Luris while they still have like nothing in the graveyard that they can cast. This is gonna be a very fast match. Because we kept a bad hand. I could have mulliganed, but I just didn't think I don't know what I was thinking. Like, if Tezzerator didn't get countered, we would be in a different position. But I should have known that Tezzerator was going to get countered. Okay, so they're going to bring on the beats. I don't know if I want to dismember the token. I think that we're just dead. Yeah. Okay, that's not nothing. Okay, we can go Masticore now, which is nice. How much mana do we have? 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have enough that we can just cast. Let's do Manifold Key. Actually, let me think about this. Let's cast the Grim Monolith so that we have Glaring Fleshraker mana. I think it makes way more sense for us to do this. Oops, sorry. Meant to cast this off of that. Let's see if this gets countered. I don't think they're going to counter. Do they have a Force of Will? They only have 2 cards in hand. I'd be surprised if they had a Force of Will. Or a Daze or something. Oh, they do have a Force of Will. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That is totally fine. Because now we can go Manifold Key. We can get, we can untap this. We can grab a Black Lotus off of this Tezzerator, or we can grab like a Soul Ring or something. I think it makes sense to target. Let's see. Zero doesn't do anything. I think we do want to search our library for something here. It's wrong not to cast the Tezzerator, in my opinion. It's gonna die, but I'm fine with that. I think I want the Soul Ring. Just to not lose to like life stuff. I mean, Grafdigger's Cage isn't doing a whole lot here. So let's get Soul Ring. The other option, actually the other option is Vexing Bauble. They don't have anything in the graveyard that they can recur with Lurrus. I'm just gonna grab Soul Ring. I know that Tezzerator is going to die. That's fine. I'm fine with that. They're gonna deal damage to me. I'm at 15. Yeah, that's fine. What we'll do is we'll go Soul Ring, and I mean they have 1 card in hand. So what are they gonna do? We actually have a Mox Jet that we can use to pay black mana off of Dismember, which is funny. Are they gonna put Lurrus in their hand? If they do, then we know for a fact they don't have counter magic. They might just pass the turn here and try to leave mana up, but I'm not sure why they would do that. This reminds me a lot of Arena. A lot of the players in Arena are actually very skilled, and they will definitely be smart with the way that they tap their mana. Okay, so they have Lurrus in hand. I vote we use our mana for like... We use our Argentum Massacre for, I don't know. The Lurrus. Alright, well, let's cast this. It's not like we have a choice. Oh, wait, what am I doing here? Let's cast the Soul Ring. And then I could cast something on off of 1 mana. For 1 mana, I can play something. Let's see. I mean, I could Chalice on 1. I don't know if that would do anything for me. Because what do they have for 1 mana? I guess it would be Recall, right? We can counter Recall. A Mox or a Black Lotus, I mean, they only have a few cards in hand. I think that maybe casting, like, because they had Consign, right? Consign might be, like, just having 1 mana stuff might be powerful against me or something. Maybe they could Vexing Bauble. I don't know. I haven't thought too far ahead. The other thing I could have done with the Chalice was just leave it in hand. But I don't think that's correct. We're going to have to discard the Dismember, but I mean, we were going to use that to destroy something anyway. I really hope that this Argentum Massacre doesn't get sacrificed. I'm just going to destroy an Orcish Bowmasters. Unless they cast the Lurrus, then I'm just going to destroy the Lurrus. And I'm just going to sit on this, honestly. Can they get rid of this thing with, like, blue-black mana? I don't think they can. Especially when we have Chalice on one. I mean, Chalice on one hits a few things. I know it hits Ancestral Recall, which is pretty much the only thing I cared about. But it doesn't stop any of the Lurrus shenanigans. So if they have a Black Lotus, they can go Lurrus, Black Lotus, play the Black Lotus, and then 6 mana into, like, whatever they want, basically. They could even cast Lorien Revealed. So they're in a tough spot, I think. We're in a good position here, even though we, you know, had a bad start. It's just the way it goes, because I mean they had a bad start in the beginning of the last game. This is why I like Vintage so much. Like, things can get really swingy, and there's so many decision trees. Like I said, it's a very difficult format to be good at. And, you know, it's also just really fun. I really like it. They're not going to attack here. I think they're just going to pass the turn. Okay, so let's see here. Let's discard a card. Let's get rid of an Orcish Bowmasters. Okay. I'm not gonna cast anything. I can attack. Probably not a terrible thing to attack. I mean, I'm gonna go down to 9 next turn. I think I'm okay with that. It's not like they have Thoughtseize or anything. If they have Thoughtseize, that would completely destroy this strategy. Because I only have 1 card in hand. I can't afford to do anything else other than destroy Orcish Bowmasters. When you discard a card this way, destroy target non-land permanent opponent controls. Yeah. I mean, we just discard Grim Monolith and destroy an Orcish Bowmasters. Okay, so they have Lorien Revealed. They still have 4 cards in hand, which is a lot. They have access to 3 mana. I know one of their cards is Lurrus. And I know that even if we top deck like a Mox, we can destroy the Orc army token. So I think we're in a good spot here. Let's get rid of that Orcish Bowmasters. Okay, Grafter's Cage is not terrible, but I do want to save this to get rid of the army, I guess. I don't know if I could have untapped the Grim Monolith. I gotta remember to do that. I gotta remember to untap my permanents. Oh, nice. That's what I'm talking about. That's the reason why I played the Chalice. That's exactly the reason why I played the Chalice on 1. Alright, so this is Lurrus. Okay, that's fine. Because like I said, we can still get rid of the Orc army token. And maybe we can just attack. I don't think they're gonna want to block. Okay, let's discard this. Oh, wait, is it a non? Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it wasn't going to be able to do that, do the thing, but I guess it did. Unfortunately, we're going to have to discard the Mishra's Workshop. There's nothing we can do about that. And there's nothing they can even cast off of this. Oh no, I'm sorry. They can just cast an orc. So they can just keep casting things from their graveyard until we draw something good. I actually have protection from multicolor, so they can't block with Luris. They can attack with Luris. So there's that. Well, actually, if they attack with Luris, I can just untap my thing. So I don't think they're going to want to attack. Oh, yes. Bingo was his name-o. Bingo was his name-o. Oh, thank God. Thank God they attacked. Now I can block. It has protection from multicolor, so they can't even... And first strike. So they can't even do anything here. This is why I said Vintage is hard. You can make a lot of mistakes in Vintage. And we can actually destroy the token, which is awesome. And when we attack, they're forced to block here. Oh, we can just win here. Let's yeah, let's attack. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. We can make this. Target creature can't block this turn. Can't be blocked this turn. Okay. I think that seals the deal. Yeah. Oh, gosh. So we actually played that really well, and it's because we understood the deck really well. I like what we just did there. It shows that I'm growing. It shows that I shows a lot of like developmental growth from my perspective as a Vintage player. that I was able to do all those maneuvers. Like I said, Vintage is hard. It's a very difficult format to be good at, and it paid off for us to know what our cards did. It's very easy to like forget that, oh, Manifold Key has that second ability. Oh, I can untap Argentum Masticore with Manifold Key. So they're going to want to get rid of Masticore. They're going to want to find an answer to that. I'm wondering if there's any reason to bring in Mindbreak Trap, and I think the answer is not really. They're probably going to keep Null Rod. I think Pithing Needle doesn't really hit anything. We could bring in Stone Coil Serpent. It does have protection from multicolor and has trample, which I like. But, I mean, if it's going to get countered, I was thinking about cutting the Tezzerator for it, but both of those are just going to get countered anyway. Chalice ended up being a game changer there. I don't even think we should cut Grim Monolith. We need Grim Monolith for the stuff that we're doing. Let's just submit this deck. I think we're well equipped to do fine in game 3. But I'm just I'm nervous, of course. Vintage is a very nerve-wracking format. It's easy to make mistakes, and like I said, it's just there's so many decision trees, and you have to be like, I wouldn't say you have to be like a super seasoned player. You just have to be like smart about the board state and be like cognizant of what's on the field and what's in your hand and how many cards your opponent has. Like, all of those things matter. And that's not just true of Vintage, that's true of any format. But I think in Vintage specifically, it's just a very difficult thing to get right. Okay, easy mulligan. No decision-making trees here. All right, mulligan. This is... I think this is a mulligan too. Black Lotus is great. We can get Patchwork Automaton going. We can... let me think about this, actually. Because this isn't terrible. We can go Patchwork. So Black Lotus, Patchwork, Manifold Key, Chalice. That gets us... And then what do we ditch? We ditch the second Patchwork. Do I just want to go to 5? Let me think. Is it worth it to go to 5 when we can go turn 1 Patchwork? I mean, if they counter the Black Lotus, we're just screwed. I think they kept, right? Let's see. Did they keep? Okay, they mulligan to 6. I think we can mulligan to 5. Oh, God. I mean, we can't keep this hand either. We can't keep this hand either. I was just thinking like Black Lotus into like whatever, but then we're not going to have any mana to do anything afterwards. They mulligan to 5. We can mulligan to 4, I think. But I think after 4, we're just going to stop. They're mulliganing 2, which makes me feel a little bit better about myself. We're so screwed. I mean, I have to mulligan this too. Like, there's no question about it. There's nothing I can do in this hand. Isn't vintage fun? I hope all y'all who are watching this are enjoying yourselves. Okay, this is a keep. All right, it's a keep regardless. So, I think I actually really like Argentum Masticore, but I know that's... I don't know. I think if we're going to cut stuff, we should cut the expensive stuff. I like Mystic Forge. I guess it's a question of, do I want Glaring Fleshraker? I think Patchwork is better from an aggro perspective, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to go fast. So let's cut that. I still like the Manifold Key. I actually, you know what? I think it's going to be Patchwork. Because here we can go Mishra's Workshop and then just cast Mystic Forge on turn 1. Let's do that. I mean, that's our best chance at not losing, I think. Plus they have 4 cards in hand. They might have kept a Force. Who knows? They probably did. All right, well, let's just do the thing. So we're going to cast this. I think this gets countered. Nope, okay. They might counter this, though. They might counter that. I think they would have countered... If they had to counter one or the other, I would have rather they counter that than the Grid Monolith. Okay, so let's untap this. And let's cast Mystic Forge. We have 1 mana. Pretty explosive hand. This is definitely getting countered. They have to counter this, yeah. Okay. All right, so they're at 2 cards. What did they exile? They exiled a Force of Will. That makes sense. So they kept a double Force hand. But they also... something tells me that they didn't have another blue card in hand. Or they might have had 3 blue cards and they wanted to keep the third one. Okay, so when you play another land, sacrifice this land. I will not be playing the Tail on Gates. I will be flashing it in, I think. So I think we're in the clear to play the City of Traders. And maybe just flash in the Tail on Gates in a bit. Yeah, because I'm not going to be playing it. I don't think that like using the ability counts as playing a land. Let's see what they do here. What is this? Discards a card. All right, well, I'm gonna respond, I think. Let's just play this. All right, we're not gonna do anything here. We just wanted to play this so that we don't discard it. We're at 7. Let's see. Okay, so we just have to pass. I'm gonna just untap this while we can. And then just pass the turn. It doesn't make any sense to play Ancient Tomb and lose our City of Traders when City of Traders is just a better land, doesn't take damage. Okay, that's fine. We have nothing, so we're just gonna F6. They're at 6 minutes. We're at 6 minutes and 58 seconds. So time is a factor. It's always a factor when I'm playing Vintage. Yeah, my opening hands were bad this game. I could have maybe kept my 6. All right. Just chit-chatting with the opponent here. All right. Karn is a smackdown. Yeah, Karn is a home run. Let's see what we can do here. I think we play the Ancient Tomb now. And maybe get Stonecoil Serpent. Let me just read what this does. You gain life equal to your speed. I don't really know how speed works. Whenever one or more opponents lose life during your turn. I don't know what that's all about. Okay, well, let's just... Do I want to play... Let's just cast this off of the Tail on Gates, I think. Karn is great. We're now behind on time, but I think that's fine. I think we're gonna be just fine. Okay, that's fine. They're gonna replicate. That's fine. Glad I didn't play my land. I'm glad I waited. Let's untap this while we still can, and F6. Psychic Frog, of course. Just what the doctor needed. just exactly what I needed in this game. I don't think that they're gonna counter this. I'm just gonna F6 here. So yeah, they can draw cards off of Psychic Frog, but then they're gonna take damage. And if they attack, that means that they're tapped and I can attack on the swing back. So they're gonna draw a card here. We're still ahead on time, I think. Oh, that's annoying. I see why they play this thing. It makes me sacrifice a creature. Okay, so we might lose this. Another scrolling trawler, sure. Oh, the other thing I forgot, we can just make this thing unblockable. Oh, they're gonna gain life, that's fine. You gain life equal to your speed. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I don't care about that. Alright, they're at 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Time is such a factor here. Yeah, my hand, I'm just telling my opponent that I could have kept my 6. It was I think that was the hand that was like Black Lotus and like nothing else. But I could have gone Black Lotus into Patchwork Automaton. Oh, what are they doing here? Oh, they're gonna play Saga. Okay, that's fine. Cause I can still make my stuff unblockable. Oh, they're gonna snuff out, sure. Oh man, they have all the answers. I don't like that. Can I draw another one? Okay, that's not nothing. If I can get like a Tezzerator, that'd be something. We're just in the waiting room for like a good top deck at this point. But yeah, let me think about this. So as far as top, because we have some time to think now. If we find Tezzeret and we get top, we need 2 tops, right? We need 2 tops in order to win. I'm gonna take this damage. We need 2 tops in order to win, I'm pretty sure. But also, time is a factor, so we don't have time to think. I'm pretty sure we need 2 tops, because 1 top draws the other top, basically. Just what I was afraid of. Okay. So why don't we cast the top? And let's look at the top 3. Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna F6 here. And then attack for 2. And then F6 again. They're at 3 minutes. They're at 2 minutes and less than 3 minutes. So they're definitely, time is definitely a factor for them. I'm just looking at the clock at this point. I think they can win, because they can make Psychic Frog, they can give Psychic Frog flying, they can recast their Black Lotus. I think I have to heavily rely on the time in order to win this game. But also, I think they just have me. Yeah, I think they just have it now. Maybe I should be playing Luris. Maybe that's the answer to everything. How much damage am I taking next turn? Okay, Scrolling Trawler is okay, I guess. I don't really want to play anything else. Let's just pass. So they can't draw, I mean, they can draw cards. We have a blocker, which is nice. It makes things a little bit slower. They're going to gain life here, that's fine. They're at 2 minutes. They're gonna play another one. Okay, because they have Lurrus. Okay, so they have the Lurrus thing. So basically, I'm just dead. Yeah. I'm just gonna say GG. Yeah, they have it. Okay, GG. All right. Yeah, that's it. All right. Well, that was a good game. At least I played. At least I did my best. It wasn't enough, but I think I had a lot of fun today. Again, we're still just testing things out. I don't care about losing these leagues. I just want to have some good magic and make some good content for y'all. So hopefully I did a lot better in this video than I did in the previous videos. Hopefully I can continue making vintage videos. I think vintage is a really fun format. Unfortunately, I am going to be busy over the next week, the next 6 days or whatever. So I don't think I'll be able to make too many videos for y'all. But hopefully that'll change in the future. I've been really busy with my personal life, and there's a lot of other things going on in my life, so I've not been able to upload videos consistently. But I appreciate y'all who have been watching my videos, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.